So we're going to hit these topics here, and then as soon as we finish, I have a live guest who's going to come, and we're going to talk about the Houston Rockets losing to the Spurs, and then we're going to talk about the Lakers versus Kings. So without further ado, let's get to the first topic, son. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. So topic number 1, Jimmy Butler is gone, Kawhi Leonard ain't going to LA. So Anthony Davis is looking like your only hope. Now, we discussed Anthony Davis in episode 4 yesterday. Anthony Davis might go to the Lakers. There's a lot of things that are showing that he might. I mean, he's going to have to get traded if he does go there, but he has Rich Paul and things of that nature. So who knows what's going on there? But that's just theories. What we know for a fact is that Jimmy Butler went to the 76ers. But what we also know for a fact is that Jimmy Butler didn't sign an extension. And if he didn't sign an extension, that means that he might possibly be a free agent next season. Here's the issue though. If the 76ers do good, Jimmy Butler might want to stay. I mean, why not? And by good, I mean they got to make the finals. I don't see Jimmy Butler staying if they don't make the NBA finals. I see Jimmy Butler leaving because Jimmy Butler wants to play with Kyrie Irving. Now, a lot of people are saying that Jimmy Butler could or probably he would consider going to the Lakers. I don't think he's going to go to the Lakers. There are reports that are saying that he might not want to play with LeBron. In fact, there's a lot of superstars out there that don't want to play like LeBron. As we discussed yesterday, Paul George had the opportunity to go to LA. He didn't go to LA because I guess he didn't want to play with LeBron. So we have certain examples of Kawhi Leonard who said he would rather go to the Clippers. I mean, why would you rather go to the Clippers than play with LeBron? So we got those things to consider. But overall, Jimmy Butler to the Lakers, not likely. And maybe he'll sign an extension in the 76ers. As I said in my last stream, this is the exact situation with Kawhi Leonard. Is Kawhi Leonard going to sign that extension? A lot of people are saying yeah. Some people are saying no. Some people are saying it's conditional. Maybe if he makes the finals, he'll stay. But I personally believe he's going to stay. And if he leaves, of course, he's not going to the Lakers. There's a lot of stars that just seem like they're not interested in playing with LeBron. So we'll see what happens with that. Anthony Davis, however, isn't a free agent. Anthony Davis is going to have to get traded there. And the Pelicans are doing average, I guess. So I don't see the Pelicans rushing Anthony Davis out of there so quickly. And if you do get rid of Anthony Davis, you're going to have to clear that whole bench that you have in LA. You're going to have to get rid of a lot of potential for Anthony Davis. And that means Brandon Ingram is gone, Lonzo Ball's gone, and possibly Hart. Now, ironically, you guys didn't want to trade those pieces for Kawhi Leonard. So now you're going to have to trade him for Anthony Davis. And that's funny to me. Now let's get to topic number 2. What the heck is wrong with the Celtics? Now I'm going to tell you guys what's wrong with the Celtics. The Celtics aren't 100% healthy. You have this dude Gordon Hayward who's not 100% himself. He's still trying to incorporate himself in the lineup. And we have Kyrie who just came out of surgery not too long ago. So I say let's give the Celtics some time. According to multiple journalists, a lot of people are saying the Celtics are still going to make the NBA Finals. And me as a Celtics fan, I'm going to be a little biased here. I believe the Celtics are going to make the NBA Finals. It's going to be a hell of a lot harder now because the 76ers got Jimmy Butler. But I don't know if I'm talking with my heart or my brain because I personally believe the Celtics can get it done. The Celtics have the best coach in the NBA. So when you have the best coach in the NBA, again, maybe I'm a little biased here. You can't blame me. I'm a Celtics fan. But when you have the best coach in the NBA, I think they'll figure it out somehow, some way. Now, does Brad Stevens look like the best coach in the NBA right now? No, he doesn't. The Celtics look a little suspect. The Celtics are losing to teams they shouldn't be losing to, and they're keeping games close to teams that they shouldn't be keeping games close to. For example, the Phoenix Suns. I mean, I don't understand how the score was so close with the Phoenix Suns. I mean, you know how people say that if you take a team from the West and put them in the East, they might make the NBA Finals or the playoffs? I think the Phoenix Suns are so terrible that if you put them in the East, they're still not making the playoffs. So for the Celtics to keep a game like that interesting, I don't think that the Celtics are ready yet. But as I said, these guys are hurt. So let's give them some time. Now for topic number 3. Can the 76ers make the NBA Finals? I don't think so because they don't have shooting. But I will tell you this. They're going to make things very, very interesting because Jimmy Butler is a guy that is a competitor. Now, here's my situation. Here's what I really think. Things can go either way. Either Jimmy Butler's going to be happy with the attitudes and the effort these guys are putting in, or Jimmy Butler's going to look at everybody and say, Ben Simmons, why are you DMing all these girls during the regular season? Get to work. That's what might end up happening. And Jimmy Butler looks like a guy that's going to try to run the show. Embiid, Simmons, they look like they're macho men themselves. So they're going to butt ahead. Too many Chiefs, not enough Indians. So when you have that situation, it's going to be very interesting to see how it folds. Now, I was reading some articles from Philadelphia where it says that the 76ers are going to allow Jimmy Butler to lead. But I don't buy that, man. Do you think that Simmons and Embiid are just going to step aside and just give Jimmy Butler the game ball and say, yo, take us to the promised land? I don't know, man. Egos have a lot to do with situations. So we're going to see what happens with that. I'm not too sure that they're going to make the NBA Finals, not over the Bucks and not over the Raptors. I think that the Celtics and 76ers will go a Game 7. And personally for me, whoever's going to make it out the East, they're going to have to get a good seeding, son. It's all about the seeding. So let's see where the 76ers end up getting seeded, and we'll take it from there. Now, for the fourth topic, what's going on with the Houston Rockets? Well, what isn't going wrong with the Houston Rockets is a better question. And I'm going to tell you guys something very interesting. Carmelo Anthony is discussing his future with the Houston Rockets. In other words, he's not going to be there for very long, and he didn't play tonight against the Spurs. Now, I'm going to leave this topic to my friend Bullhog, who's going to join the show in a few minutes. So I'm not going to discuss the Rockets and Carmelo Anthony too in detail for this topic because I don't want to ruin it and then have to repeat myself again when we discuss the Rockets versus the Spurs, which Carmelo Anthony didn't play, and Carmelo Anthony is talking about his future with the Rockets, aka he might not be there for very long. Now for the last topic until I call Bullhog. Is the Greek Freak better than Kevin Durant? And I say yeah, for multiple reasons. Number one, the Greek Freak is out here leading his team by himself, no other stars. And not only that, sir, but the Greek Freak can do everything Kevin Durant can do except shoot threes. I mean, the Greek Freak can't shoot a mid-range, and he can develop a three overall. So I don't want to say that just because Kevin Durant has a three-point shot and the Greek Freak doesn't, that separates him that much from KD. And the contrary, I think that the man is better than KD because he's out here doing it by himself. Granted, you got a couple of additions, Brook Lopez, whatever, but you're not about to compare Brook Lopez to the three other All-Stars that Kevin Durant plays with. So if you're going to ask me right now who's the better player, I'm taking the Greek Freak. And if I'm going to start a team today, I'm taking the Greek Freak. So overall, I'm taking the Greek Freak. If you haven't gathered that by now, I'm taking the Greek Freak. Now it's time to introduce my guest, Bullhog, and I'm taking the Greek Freak. Alright, so we have Bullhog here with me, and we're going to be discussing before the main event, because I know all of you guys want to watch us for the Lakers versus Kings. You know, I know you guys want to watch that, and we'll get to that. But before that, we're going to discuss the Rockets versus the Spurs. The Rockets got spanked, and as I told you guys in my earlier topic, what a shame. Carmelo Anthony, the man, is talking about his future with the Rockets. I don't know if you knew that, Bullhog, but
I saw a post on it on Instagram actually.
Yeah, I saw it online, and I was like, whoa, like this is crazy. But what are your thoughts, Bullhog?
It's not really good because, all right, so like he's been okay this season. Like for the most part, he had more good games than bad games, but his last game was just so bad that it outweighs the good games that he's had so far this year. Plus the fact that they're not winning. Now, I kind of wonder if the Rockets feel like he's the reason why they're losing, but they lost tonight without him. So I think it's more than just Carmelo, and they're using him as a scapegoat right now, you know?
And to make matters worse, Eric Gordon was back today, and the man was injured, and PJ Tucker was also playing, who was on fire the last night. So this was essentially that Rockets team that competed against the Warriors minus Trevor Ariza, and they still lost. So it sucks that Carmelo Anthony's the scapegoat here.
I mean, it just goes to show how much TA, like Ariza and Luke Mbah-a-Moute really meant to that Rockets team, yo. Because defensively, they're pretty bad right now, and that's why they're losing their games, because the defense has been terrible. Chris Paul, he doesn't look like the same Chris Paul from last season. Like, he's like a shell of himself, right? So that's pretty much what I've been seeing, man. Like, those two perimeter defensive players really played a big part in their success last year. So they're not the same Rocket team from last year. They pretty much remind me of the 2012-2013 Los Angeles Lakers team with Steve Nash and Dwight Howard, where like they joined in as a group, and everybody thought that Lakers team would win a championship that year, and they barely made the playoffs. Like, they were terrible the whole season long. The team, it didn't really mesh well. They really missed Andrew Bynum when he left. So this Rockets team really reminds me of that Lakers team. The expectations were high. They got Carmelo, so people knew that defensively they wouldn't be as good as they were last year. But I don't think nobody saw this coming.
Yeah, Bullhog, I agree. Nobody saw this coming. I mean, Stephen A. Smith was on record saying, who cares if they're a little bit worse on defense, because it's all about offense to beat the Warriors. But they're not that good offensively either, if you notice. Carmelo Anthony's having terrible games. James Harden doesn't look good or comfortable playing with Chris Paul. It looks like James Harden plays better without Chris Paul than with Chris Paul. And I don't know what's going on. I mean, maybe they were so demoralized from that playoffs, whatever happened. I'm trying to find a reason why they're this bad, and I just can't find it anywhere. I don't understand why they're stinking up the joint this badly. Carmelo Anthony is leaving soon, and it's a shame that his legacy has taken this kind of hit. At the same time, this is Chris Paul's fault and Carmelo Anthony's fault. For the reason being that Carmelo Anthony chose money over legacy. Carmelo Anthony had multiple opportunities to win championships. He chose the money. And Chris Paul, why are you taking a max contract when you're not worth that max contract? You could have gotten other defensive players. Now, Bullhog, I'm going to say this. I think that the Rockets should try to call Tony Allen right now. You think Tony Allen got anything left on that tank?
All right, yeah, JP. Like, right now, at the age of 36, I don't feel like Tony Allen has what he used to have in his game right now. Last time I checked, his last season in the NBA with the New Orleans Pelicans last season, he wasn't that good defensively. So he's older now. I don't think he's the defensive player that he used to be. Now, he might still have that defensive IQ, so that could still help if he really tried on defense. That could help him some, but I would try to find a more younger, versatile defensive player.
Like who?
Tony Allen.
But like who?
See, like, I don't really know off of the top right now. Me and my friend were talking about this, right? The Lakers could probably trade Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball for Chris Paul, and we think that might help out both teams. Chris Paul, he might be the point guard that the Lakers need. One who can shoot, one who could score, one who could help take the load off of LeBron James. And then Brandon Ingram and Lonzo Ball might be those defensive players that the Houston Rockets need.
This is a reason I don't think it'll work. This is a reason why I don't think it'll work. Beautiful idea, but that Chris Paul contract, bro. That Chris Paul contract.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, how many years do you think Chris Paul has left in his tank?
It's either 3 or 4. That's what I think it is. I mean, you could look it up, but I think it's 3 or 4.
No. Like, how many years do you think that he has left until he starts to, like, really, really slow down as a player?
I mean, bro, it looks like he's slowing down right now. Either he's slowing down or he doesn't want to play. One of those.
Right. And I saw on First Take, Stephen A. Smith said something like, he wonders if the Houston Rockets' confidence dropped after that series because they felt like last year was their only shot, like their only window chance for them to win a championship, and it was like now or never. So he feels like that they might be demoralized after that series loss.
Here's
why
why
got so close.
Here's why I don't agree with that theory, because during the preseason you had Chris Paul hip hop dancing and throwing all these things on the floor and doing handstands in the middle of the game and doing sit-ups and jumping jacks, and he was all happy. He was hugging and kissing Carmelo Anthony. So you're telling me that at that moment you didn't think that your window closed, but now you think your window closed? So that's why I don't buy that theory.
Confidence during the preseason, because like nobody really tries during the preseason, but they were trying. Like, so if you watch the preseason games, you can tell that they're really trying to win those preseason games. Nobody else was really trying, so their confidence boosted. But once the regular season hit, and like that came, they really hit a big reality check once the regular season started. I can say that.
Yeah.
So they probably not coming into the season. They might be better than what they are now for sure. But
so Bullhog, something that's really been bothering me, man, is the Carmelo Anthony disrespect. And I don't think Carmelo Anthony has a chance to win a championship at all. I mean, his biggest championship window was to go to the Rockets. Now, I see a lot of people saying that Carmelo Anthony should go to LA, but the Lakers aren't going to win a championship this season either. So it seems like his only hope now is to either go to the Celtics or the Raptors or something like that, to where he could beat the Warriors, or he's going to have to go to the Warriors, because I don't see him winning a championship, not this season, unless he goes to the Warriors. What do you think about that?
Yeah, but I don't see Carmelo Anthony as that kind of dude to join the Warriors, knowing that the Warriors are kind of LeBron James' arch nemesis, and him and LeBron James being boys, I can't see him doing that. Carmelo Anthony seems like he's a loyal dude. Now, like you said earlier, he waited too long to chase that ring, right? Like, earlier on, he tried to chase that bag. So, like, he did it backwards. Most players chase that ring first and then chase the bag last. He tried to chase the bag first. So that's where he really messed up, and that's why he's having a hard time finding a team. Because right now, I don't even think championship teams want him unless he accepts to have his role reduced tremendously and be just a three-point shooter, and that's it. A spot-up shooter and nothing else. He can't be what he used to be. He still thinks that he's that guy, but he's not that guy no more.
Yo, Bullhog, you know what's funny? If I were Carmelo Anthony, I would have tried to stay in OKC. I feel like Carmelo Anthony didn't look this bad in OKC until the playoffs. But actually, I take that back, because the situation in OKC was toxic. But it wasn't as bad.
Did try to stay, but they didn't want him no more. They asked him to leave. Wow.
And you know what's funny, bro? He didn't look that bad in OKC as in Houston. And that's funny to me.
Nah. I agree with you. Like, you can just tell that he's washed up. He's not who he used to be, and this is due to two things. One, his style of game does not fit the style they play in today's era. Like, he's more of an isolation, mid-range jump shooter, post-up guy, and that's not how you play in today's era. Like, now it's just straight three-ball switching on defense. The way the game is played now is very different than the way Carmelo is used to playing, the way that he grew up playing, and he never really changed his game to adapt to the modern era. So that's one. Two, Carmelo, he never took good care of his body like LeBron James and other athletes, that really take care of themselves to play long and have longevity, like Karl Malone and like athletes like that, right? He never took great care of his body. So those are two things, like two key reasons why he is what he is right now. I think he's only 34 years old, right?
Yeah, he's about 34. I know he's younger or older than LeBron. I forgot what it was. No, LeBron is
like a year older.
Yeah.
And he's 34, so he's getting up there in age, but he's not old enough to the point where he should look that washed. Like, there's still players who are 34 who still look pretty good,
Yeah, and listen, man. this new modern era is about shooting the 3-ball and having a jump shot, and Carmelo Anthony has that. Now, I don't know why Carmelo Anthony's game hasn't translated to this era, but that's a conversation for another day. Maybe it's because he didn't take care of his body, like you said. And, Bullhog, you have to take care of your body at a young age. Once you're older, it doesn't matter anymore. The damage has been done. And that's why doctors tell you to take care of your body now, because when you get older, it's going to be much harder. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the Lakers versus Kings. What's your take on that, Bullhog?
The game was good, right? The Lakers played really well. You can tell that they're starting to find their continuity within the team. Lonzo Ball, bro. All right, so the whole team I thought played well collectively, even him. But offensively, if he doesn't get his act together, start to be more aggressive, like, I don't know what's up with Lonzo Ball, bro. He airballed like 3 times today, and he was -2. But the fact that he was -2, 4.3 rebounds and 4 assists, right? And Rajon Rondo was +17. That really makes Lonzo Ball look bad. Like, why is he starting, right? And Lonzo Ball, he's a good defensive player. Defensively, I would rather have him out there than Rondo. He is taller and he's longer. I get that, but -2, 0 for 6 from 3, 2 for 10 from the field. That's not starting point guard stats, bro.
Yeah, and my question is, how much longer do you wait on Lonzo Ball? I mean,
Oh, go ahead.
No, well, most of the rookies in his class, for the exception of Fultz wasn't. Did Fultz get? That wasn't the same class. It couldn't have been, right?
No, Fultz was drafted last year. Yeah, he was drafted last season.
Okay, yeah. Because Fultz is just. Let's not even talk about Fultz, because Fultz is Lonzo Ball Jr.
That's a whole new video, bro.
Yeah, Lonzo Ball. You want to talk about Lonzo Ball? Listen, Lonzo is better than Fultz. I think that's the good news for Lakers fans.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, at least you don't have Fultz, because my goodness, you'd really have a heart attack then. Fultz would have retired if he went to LA. The man would have retired. The reason Fultz is doing decently now, and not decent, I mean emotionally decent, is because people in Philadelphia are very nice people. The media is very nice. And you're playing behind Simmons and you're playing behind Embiid. So the media isn't killing him the way that they would kill him in LA. But this man, Lonzo Ball, man, how much do you wait on the guy? The potential is there, but he seems to be playing timidly, and he seems scared. What's the situation with Lonzo Ball?
The situation is, okay, so he was playing really well when Rondo was out, right? When Rondo had those 3-game suspension, 3 or was it 2? 3 or 2?
Nah, it was definitely 3.
All right, yeah. So when he had those 3-game suspension, right, Lonzo Ball was playing well. But as soon as Rajon Rondo gets back, Lonzo Ball, he's not playing like himself. So I feel like that Rajon Rondo intimidates Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball, he's in fear at all times of losing his starting spot or of being taken out of the game if he messes up, because he knows that if he misses 2 or 3 shots, here comes in Rajon Rondo. You know, so that's why I think it might have been a bad idea to bring Rondo on his team if he wants to help Lonzo Ball grow as a player. But if you're trying to win now, Rondo is definitely the guy you need, and Rondo should be started for sure. But Lonzo Ball is not going to grow knowing that he has Rajon Rondo, a potential Hall of Famer, backing him up, knowing that if he messes up at any point, there goes his minutes, there goes his spot. So that's what Lonzo Ball is currently dealing with right now. And right now, he just can't handle the pressure. That's pretty much what it is.
Bro, I agree 140%. And I don't know who thought that Rondo was going to mentor Lonzo. Rondo only cares about Rondo. You think Rondo cares about Lonzo? Rondo don't care about no Lonzo, bro.
Nah, man.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, man. It's just, it wasn't a good idea. I thought it was. I thought Rondo would be playing better than what he is playing now, ironically. But I don't know what is going on with Lonzo. I like your explanations, but when you're 20, how old is this kid? 20, 21, 22?
He's like 21. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you're
He's
20,
21.
yeah, when you're 21 and you're a young guy, like just chill, man. Just chill, relax. It's not that deep, man, and you're not going to lose your job because you play a couple of games badly. Now, if you play the whole season badly, that's a situation. Now,
Right.
let me ask you a question. You think LeBron James is still the greatest player in the world?
When he wants to be, yeah. When he wants to be. But right now, I don't want to say he's not until either midway through the season or towards the end, because right now, you can't really expect him to play like how he did last year with this brand new team and with a brand new system, right? So obviously, he, like, most likely with all these new pieces in this new role that he has, you can't expect him to play how he did in Cleveland, where he played there for like 4 or 5 years straight. Now he's on this brand new team with a brand new roster. They want him to change his role and play more off ball, so he has to learn how to do that. Now, if he's still not looking like himself mid-season or coming towards the end, then you can say, all right, he might not be the best in the world anymore. But these past few games, he's actually been looking really good. And defensively, he's been trying more too. Like last game, he had 3 blocks and like 2 steals. This game, he didn't have no blocks. He had 1 steal, but he played good on-ball defense. So right now, I would say he has competition though. Like it's not as all right. The gap between him and Kawhi, Giannis, and KD is not as large as it was last season. So I know what I'm about to say might not sound as popular, but right now I have it as 1 LeBron, 2 Kawhi, 3 Giannis, and 4 KD. It's kind of hard for me to put KD in front of Giannis and Kawhi, right? When we can honestly say that throughout KD's career, we've never seen him have to carry his own squad and see how good that he'll do, right? He's always had top-notch help. And while he was in OKC, that wasn't his fault because they drafted those dudes. I get that. But we've never literally seen KD have to carry a squad that didn't have top-notch talent. We've seen Kawhi carry his squad. They've always had talent and they always had the best coach, but we've seen them carry squads, like a squad deep into the playoffs, right? We've seen Giannis carry his squad. We've seen LeBron James carry his squad, like that Cavs team last year, to the finals. We've never seen KD play on a team that bad, where he was forced to carry his own team with that much load. Like he's always had top-notch help. So it's kind of hard for me to truly, like, say how good KD is, because when you have that much help, offense and defense becomes a lot easier. You save so much energy on both ends. So it's kind of hard for me to truly tell how good KD really is. Like, he's great, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if he's truly better than Kawhi Leonard, if that makes sense.
And that's the crazy thing to me, Bohog, because you would have Golden State Warrior fans to say Kevin Durant is now the best player in the world, but how is Kevin Durant now the best player in the world? I don't understand. Playing with 3 other superstars or 3 other stars and all of this stuff, and you're going to take this man over a Giannis, and you're going to take this man over a Kawhi Leonard. I don't understand. So that's my issue with the whole Kevin Durant, the best player in the world now. When I see Kevin Durant go to a team like the Knicks and win a championship, we can have a conversation. Until then, I don't want to hear it.
For me, he doesn't even have to win a ring, but like drag him deep into the playoffs. Like, I want to see you carry a squad and show that you can at least win most of your games, right? But until he does that, I just can't put him over those players because I honestly don't know for sure. Like, he takes so many plays off, which he can because of who he has on his team. Like, he's well rested. He doesn't have to do as much or carry a squad. There's like literally on his back and play like the whole game. He gets the rest. He gets breaks. He has it so easy right now. Like, way too easy for me to say he's the best in the world, where like he doesn't have to do too much. So right now, since LeBron has done what he's done for so long, and since he still looks good right now, I can't say he's not the best in the world. But if he consistently doesn't look like himself and doesn't try on both ends, then I'm gonna have to pass it down to Kawhi. But these past 2 games, these past 2 or 3 games, he's looked pretty good.
Yeah, my thing with LeBron. But what I'm trying to say, Bullhog, is my thing with LeBron that really discourages me is his defense.
Oh yeah, facts. And like that's why these past 2 games really made me mad, because throughout when the season had first began, right, like he was playing no defense at all. These past 2 games show me that okay, he can still play defense when he wants to. Now he's had like 1 or 2 lapses throughout these games, but he can still play really good defense when he wants to. So that just shows me that he's really just not trying, which really makes me even more mad. So it's not that he can't do it. It's like he's choosing when he wants to be a good defensive player and when he doesn't want to. But if you really truly care for the game and have that heart and that drive that you once had, you would give it your all on both ends at all times, knowing that that's what your team currently needs, a good defensive player, and he can do that. So the fact that he's kind of teasing and choosing when he wants to be a good defensive player and when not to, don't save it for the playoffs, because that'll lose you games. It's not the East where you can rest throughout the whole season and then save it for June. You can't do that out West.
So, Bullhog, thank you for coming on the show. I really do appreciate it. You guys make sure to subscribe to Bullhog's channel. His link will be in the description box below. And, of course, make sure to subscribe to my channel. And I will be featuring Bullhog for more JP shows. Y'all just make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I will see you soon.